Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be going over how to build for this elite demon Melascula. So this Melascula is the red one, which has the broken, like your characters are pretty much invincible, they can't be killed. If they are killed, it lasts for 3 turns, it's a buff. It's pretty good. Of course it doesn't actually work on her, and of course it does disappear when she dies. But overall it's a very broken passive, and it's used for some teams to sort of bait them away from the main DPSs, and also it can be used in PvE to deal with some challenging PvE content, whether that be a story mission or some sort of event where you just need, I don't know, like a green cow melee, or you just need a character to survive and the enemy's got really high reflect. Tower Trial is a good example of that. Wait, let's get into Melascula. So her stats are pretty decent. The lifesteal it's high for a reason. This isn't. I don't have the best gear that I would recommend on her, but I'll go over the gear I recommend anyway. But she's got decent pierce rate. Actually, not too bad resistance. Crit chance, crit damage is not DPS. Crit resistance is pitiful. That's horrible crit resistance. Actually, very good crit defense, to be honest. Recovery rate's also very good, and her lifesteal is actually very high already. That's just. Yeah, that shouldn't really be there. But anyway, onto her skill. So her skill, she does have a blaze single target, which isn't actually that strong. I'm pretty sure Kyo is another character that actually has a blaze skill. And they're not that good. Would I recommend, her as a DPS? No. This skill is pretty good though. It's Inhale. This is a custom skill that she has, playable characters-wise, where she can steal 8% of the max enemy's HP and heal from it. Of course, her ability to heal is pretty good, especially if they get level 3. It's 20% of max HP of all enemies, so of course you heal straight to full. And it's good. Her ultimate, once again, is a lifesteal. As you can see, Melascula has a lot of lifesteal things because she is meant to be really lifesteal heavy. Pretty sure if I was to remove her gear, let me remove her lifesteal pieces. Okay, so now this should show us base lifesteal. 56% base lifesteal. That's with no lifesteal gear. That's with no gear on at all. That's very good. This is not the gear I recommend. I'll go over the gear I recommend anyway. Onto her commandments. So she does have a commandment at the end of a return applies to ignite, effects for 5 turns on heroes who have not used a skill. Of course, this works on both sides, either your allies or the enemies, so do watch out with that. And then, of course, you have a passive which is revives an ally that dies. The revived ally HP is fixed to 1 for 3 turns. Limit 1's effect is removed when the hero dies, applies when entering battle. So, of course, there are a lot of ways to remove that. Use the ultimate 1. If you use the ultimate 1 to kill Melascula, the buff will disappear, and then of course the damage will then kill that character, which is slightly unfortunate. But onto gear. So gear with Melascula, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can get HP defense. I currently have HP lifesteal, which is actually for my green Melascula, but I haven't actually made a red Melascula set, but I will. And that is HP either crit defense or crit resistance. It's up to you, because she already has decently high crit defense as it is. If you go for crit resistance, which is this one, you get 30% extra crit resistance, which isn't that good. It still puts her at 69%, which is, it's still very bad. Where instead, if you go for crit defense, because she's pretty much guaranteed going to be crit, you're going to get an extra 40%, which puts her close to 160, 158% crit defense, which is very good, especially for a character you want to tank. Of course, even if she is being crit, she won't be taking as much damage, which is, of course, what you kind of want, because if she's going to get crit anyway, because lots of characters have super, super high crit chance. She has really low crit resistance, so she's guaranteed going to be crit. So you might as well make it so the crits are less impactful on her. And with that, of course, you can constantly just run your HP rolls, your defense rolls, and your attack rolls on your normal gear, and you just have, of course, the 2 resistance, either crit resistance or crit defense. I recommend crit defense, just to be able to tank more. Outfits-wise, all of these, free ones. There's so many ones, of course, because you've got green Melascula, you've got red Melascula, and you've got blue Melascula. There's all 3 kinds of Melascula, so that's already 6 outfits there. These are from events, final bosses, all those kind of things. Cosmetics, same with that. Events, final bosses, all those kind of things as well. I may have bought one from this set that she's currently got on, because this is a diamond set. It's the only diamond set I have from Melascula. Apart from that, everything else you can obtain for free, so it's not too bad. Her Relic is where she really shines. So recently she was given a Relic, unfortunately it is Nidhogg. But the stats on it are very good. 360 attack, 300 defense, and 4.5k HP. Probably her biggest attribute she's getting from that is the defense and the HP, because of course you just want to sit on the field and let the other characters do their thing. Also, the effect of the Relic is kind of cool. That orb thing that you see around it, can fly around. It's kind of cool. So what does the Relic do? The Relic increases the attack-related stats of allies with the Revivals effect by 30%, so they get a 30% attack-related stat boost when they are taken to that 1% HP Revival stage. Then increases allies' basic stats by 3% for each Ignite applied to the enemies up to 3 times. So you can get an extra 15% basic stats, which is also kind of nice as well, because you will definitely have a few Ignites on them, and they do last for 5 turns. Currently as well, Cleanse isn't really in the meta. I guess there are 2 Cleanse characters in the meta, which is of course actually 3. Perk Melee, Demon King, and Blue Chandler, because of course Blue Chandler has his Relic, which allows him to cleanse whenever he plays a counter. Demon King on his second turn cleanses himself. Sorry, third turn he cleanses himself. And Perk Melee, every time he loses the 3 stacks of Purgatory, he cleanses and gains True Magic. But yeah, as you can see, she's a very good character. Would I recommend leveling her up? Yeah, definitely level her up. She's good for story. She can be good for pretty much a lot of PvE content, and she's pretty useful in PvP. Of course, if you are super free to play, you may only want to use her for ungeared, just because you don't have to deal with whales and geared, and it just makes it much easier. Also, her Relic is very vital to make her very meta. So of course, do bear that in mind when you decide to level her up or build her, because it is Nidhogg mats, which is very cringe. But anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.